Good evening, families. This is Josie, your co-host with the Abuse Freedom Live show, located on the internet radio at www.blogtalkradio.com/Abuse Freedom Live. The show airs every Sunday night from 7 to 9 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. I will give you the rest of our schedule before this announcement is over. The Abuse Freedom Live show was created around August of 2009. After receiving and interviewing hundreds of clients and reading hundreds of emails, I later began working alongside with the late former Senator Nancy Schaefer. I sent her much information regarding our state, and she offered me some assistance as well, for which I am forever grateful to her, as she was a champion fighter against the injustices being committed upon the nation's children and their families. Full of overwhelming information, Cheryl Jane Boyer, our main host, and I began brainstorming ideas as to how we might bring the information to our nation that is so important if we expect to save this country from being stripped of its parental rights by a host of government agencies who have decided to contract with partnering agencies as they have devised a way of using law to dismantle and tear apart families from shore to shore. The laws are administrative laws, where anyone can call anonymously to a hotline if one suspects even a suspicion of abuse. While it is good that we report the abuses, for the children do need a voice, however, the agencies later began using these laws to their benefit. As today, statistics show an average of over 70% of cases being falsified by the Child Protective Services Agency, and as low as only a 15% of these cases as reunification rate of a population of children returning home to their families. Now you, whether guilty or not, your name is kept on a list forever. And then the state uses this fact to take a child from your home at any given time or at any given moment. The law also mandates that from doctors to social workers, in toy giveaway events, to gather up names of children to call up to the hotline. They gather up the names and they call them in. There is a quota of children that must be taken from their families, for otherwise funding is lost. The agency's crimes range from local adoption parties to social workers having relationships with vulnerable moms. The most horrific and despicable of crimes, though, occur to the children. The biggest secret is that no one will know, as all Child Protective Service files are sealed from our nation's eyes. The deaths of some of these children are like a nightmare on M Street, as each child removed suffers a mental blow from unexpected kidnapping, only to meet up with a cocktail of drugs that await them for the rest of their young lives until adulthood. May God protect you and your families from this cover-up of evil that has befallen America. Help us stop our government from stealing our Social Security funds, which are being used as incentives given to the states for the adopting off of our children and our loved ones. For they are not orphans, they have family. But our government does not recognize the true God-given family, only their created ones. Donations are welcome and used towards creating safe havens for parents seeking to protect their families against incest and sexual abuse crimes. If you'd like to place that donation, please go to www.abusefreedom.com. Join us this Sunday at Abuse Freedom Live, and tell your friends and families and neighbors to come and hear the truth, because you could very well be their next victim. Good night, everyone, and see you this Sunday at Abuse Freedom Live show on Blog Talk Radio. This Sunday's stories are how Social Security funds are used as kickbacks to the state. Anywhere between $3,000 to $5,000 a month is paid to social services, with only $350 to $500 a month going towards a child. The rest of it is all executive expenses, so that you'll know why our Social Security is being drained. 2 p.m. Hawaiian Standard Time, 3 p.m. Alaskan Standard Time, 4 p.m. Pacific Standard Time, 5 p.m. Mountain, 6 p.m. Central, and 7 p.m. Eastern. Families, this is so important that you hear this. Not only those of you who are victims, but also for those of you who may become the future victims. They are racking in neighborhood by neighborhood. They have to have children. Otherwise, they can't receive that funding. Remember that. And I'm hoping to see you this Sunday. Every new face, every new family counts. We must get this information to you. You will be shocked by what you're going to hear. You think it's about abuse, abandonment, and neglect? There's another thing coming. There's even a story behind why you see these stories of children being killed by their parents because they were truly being abused. But DCF didn't want them. And there's a reason for that. Come and hear that reason. See you Sunday, guys. Bye.